And it looks like Bruno Fernandes, ladies and gentlemen, has finally decided to find his form. Unfortunately, it's towards the end of the season. What a performance by Bruno Fernandes. Absolutely amazing. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Football with Priscilla. I'm Priscilla, obviously. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been long. Listen, I'm a bit rusty, okay? So forgive me, I haven't made a video in a while. Like, it's been a while. So I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I missed you all so much. So ladies and gentlemen, today I just want us to talk about the Manchester United versus Sheffield game, in which we saw Manchester United beat Sheffield. But before we get into the video for today, make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, okay, Manchester United beat Sheffield. Now, when it was 4-2, I was like, I'm not celebrating until the end of this game, because we've seen Manchester United has a trend right now, right? Where they just want to get draws. Like, listen, you would dare Manchester United to lose a game when they're leading at 3-0, and they would do it in the space of 2 minutes. Yes, it's possible for Manchester United. So if there's anything that Manchester United has taught me, ladies and gentlemen, is never celebrate until the last whistle. Like, we have become that team, honestly, that doesn't celebrate until the last whistle. That is what Manchester United has made us. So ladies and gentlemen, I just want us to go through some points with regards to the Manchester United game. And the first point that I want us to talk about, listen, let's talk about the positives, okay? I don't want to be negative. It's been long since I made a video, and I just want to say thank you to every person that stayed when I went away. I was like, oh my god, I'm going away because I had like exams to do, and I was like, okay, if I go for a while, people would leave, people will think as though I'm not serious. But listen, for every one of you that stayed, thank you. You are the real ones, okay? Thank you. So let's start with the positives. Listen, I don't think Manchester United today had a horrible game. I think, listen, for larger parts of the game, we had somewhat control, right? Today, our passes were coming off. Today, we're able to find each other. And today, surprise, surprise, when Garnacho stayed on and was not substituted off, we managed to win the game. I wonder what that means. Eric Ten Hag. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, I think Manchester United played well. I think in the first half, we had a good game. Listen, I know we're supposed to talk about positives, but can I just mention this? I am very worried about Anthony. And if you know me, you know that I've said in little videos, like, I have hope for Anthony, okay? I have hope for Anthony. But listen, as more games go by, he's not convincing me. Like, listen, I still think there's a player in Anthony. But for the many games that he's played, I am losing hope in Anthony, okay? Listen, I'm just losing hope. And I look at Ahmad, and Ahmad offers us way much than Anthony does. And you're looking at Eric Ten Hag, and you're like, why then do you play Anthony over Ahmad? Because Anthony, clearly everyone knows what Anthony is doing. Ahmad fights. The only problem I have with Ahmad, for me personally, is like the physique. I'm like, okay, he can easily get bullied, but I think he's direct. I think he plays like an actual winger. Anthony, I don't know what he plays like. Listen, he's been very disappointing. I don't know what's wrong with him. But Eric Ten Hag still chooses to have hope in Anthony, when I think, listen, he should just put Ahmad. Like, I think Ahmad has showed us that he deserves to start over Anthony. So listen, that's just me, okay? So I think Manchester United did not play horribly today, okay? Like, yes, we did not control the entire game, but I think today we had somewhat of a good game. I think Bruno Fernandes, it was so good to see the old Bruno scoring goals, creating goals. It was so good seeing him assist after so long. Like, listen, this whole season, like, if we had to rate Bruno Fernandes, let's just be honest, Bruno would be 4. Okay, 4. Like, he's been poor this whole season. And for us who actually love Bruno Fernandes, I'm a huge Bruno Fernandes fan, and it's been sad seeing how Bruno has just been a shadow of himself this season. I don't know if it's because of the armband, I don't know, but listen, Bruno Fernandes hasn't been himself, and seeing him score 2 goals and seeing him creating was so good to see. It was a breath of fresh air seeing the old Bruno Fernandes back. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think those are the positives in the game. I think who else do I think played well? I think Ahmad played well. For me, Ahmad played well, honestly. Garnacho was here and there. I think he played well. Kobe Mino played well, but I think he's getting tired, you know. Casemiro, I think, is playing well at the defense. I know a lot of people have been going at him, but listen, we don't have defenders available, and Casemiro is what we have, and he's trying. Listen, he's been disciplined. He's not playing in his actual position, and him filling in the back The defense is not easy. So listen, you know what? I think Casemiro has held himself down. I think Harry Maguire was good today. Harry Maguire has really stepped up and really showed a lot of courage, right? He's really stepped up and he's really been taking up a leadership role, which Harry, where was it when you were captain? Like it's actually weird. And it was so good to see Dalot come on the left and Harry Wan-Bissaka on the right, because we all knew that Wan-Bissaka cannot play on the left for the life of me. Eric Ten Hag, what have you been doing? So listen, ladies and gentlemen, those are the positives for me. It was a good game for Manchester United. It was a good night for the fans who were watching at Old Trafford. Anyway, now let's go on to the negatives, which are quite many. Listen, for me, it's reached a point where Manchester United win and you're like, okay. And that shouldn't be the case as a fan. When Manchester United win, we're supposed to be like, yes, we've won. What? Like, we're supposed to be having bragging rights. But right now, we have bragging rights with a bit of shame, okay? You cannot have, as Manchester United, teams like Bournemouth, Coventry, Sheffield, in some parts of the game outplaying you. Listen, I'm all for positivity, but let's call a spade a spade. All of us were nervous when it was 2-1. All of us were nervous when it was 2-2. All of us were nervous when it was 4-2. All of us were nervous until the end of the game, right? We were all nervous until the final score. That's how much Manchester United has damaged its fans. Like, we are never happy and comfortable until the last whistle. Until we see the referee go like, okay, that was a bad whistle. We're never comfortable, right? So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I just don't think as a Manchester United fan and as Manchester United as a whole, we should be comfortable with teams like Bournemouth, Brentford, Sheffield, Coventry dominating us in parts of the game. Like, listen, yes, we have the win, but still, it doesn't feel like a win. Like it just doesn't feel like a win. Another negative that I want to talk about is that, listen, we look shaky. Even though we won this game, we were not comfortable. Once Sheffield scored 2 goals, and even as we were going towards the game, yes, Manchester United was leading, but still the team was nervy. You could tell they were nervous at the back. You could tell Dalot was nervous. Like, there's this trauma that the players have that, listen, we could concede anytime. I also have that trauma. I remember as it towards the last kick of the game, there was a Sheffield's forward was in the box and Dalot was trying to defend the whole time. I was like, Dalot, please don't drop him. Because that has been the trend with Manchester United. We're about to win the game. One of our players loses his head and we cause a penalty and boom, the game is all level and we drop points. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. So our team doesn't look confident at all, to be honest. Yes, they can win the game and it's Sheffield, but we still don't look confident. We still look shaky. It still seems like we are traumatized from the past few games. Okay. Another thing that I want us to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is our midfield. Now, what's wrong with Sofian Amrabat? Like, am I missing something? When I saw the team sheet and I saw Eriksen there and Sofian Amrabat on the bench, I'm sorry. I love Eriksen. He's an absolutely amazing player. Technical wise, beauty of a player. Listen, Eriksen technically is one of the best players at Manchester United, technically. But let's be honest, Eriksen is no longer the Eriksen that we all knew once. Like, when he used to dominate at Tottenham, right? That's not the Eriksen that's there for Manchester United. So when I see Eriksen in the team sheet starting and not Amrabat, I'm wondering, what's wrong with Sofian Amrabat? Like, what is going on with Sofian Amrabat? He's not injured because he's on the bench. So why is Erik Ten Hag choosing Eriksen over a fit Amrabat, who's going to give us more legs on the midfield? Is it that Erik Ten Hag really trusts Mino to cover Bruno and Eriksen? I don't understand. But, like, listen, what is wrong with Amrabat? Like, I still need an answer to that question. Another thing that I want us to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm trying to be as fast as possible. I'm in a place where I can't make too much noise. I feel very uncomfortable. I feel like I'm going to disturb the other rooms. The other thing that I want us to talk about is I still am not comfortable with the fact that Manchester United is conceding goals. I get it. I understand we have Casemiro, who's not a natural defender, and it's really straining for the defense because Casemiro is not a natural defender. He's always played a 6 and in the midfield. The defense is not really his role, but the fact that we are constantly conceding goals, I am waiting for a game in which Manchester United will have a clean sheet. And you really can't blame Onana for so many goals because at times it's not Onana. At times it's because we were not sharp enough. At times it's because we were letting late to close in on a player when he was about to shoot. So it's really not Onana's fault. We shouldn't be conceding goals at Manchester United. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I'm pretty much concerned with the fact that we keep on conceding goals and the fact that we're not conceding one goal, no, two, three, four. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Yes, we have a problem at the defense, but we're not that bad. Right? We still have Dalot, we still have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we still have Maguire, who granted is not the fastest player, but still, Manchester United should not be conceding goals, not at Old Trafford. Sheffield should not be getting a single goal at Old Trafford. Why is Sheffield getting 2 goals at Old Trafford? I don't want to be pessimistic or anything. I don't want to be like negative, but I just don't like the fact that small teams are comfortable enough to come to Manchester United and know or think they can get more than 1 goal. Like, you could see even when like Manchester United was 4-2 up, Sheffield had hope that they could manage to get an equalizer and eventually draw or win the game. Like, why are we giving small teams hope? That's not what Old Trafford has been. Old Trafford has always been a fortress, and we look forward to Old Trafford being that, a fortress, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that said, I just want to ask, because I've been away and I don't know, like, you guys, I want to hear from you guys. Are we Eric Ten Hag in still, or are we Eric Ten Hag out? Because I know after the Coventry game, I know after these other games that have been played, there has been the Chelsea game. I know there has been a shift. Listen, it was Eric Ten Hag in 60% of the fan base and Eric Ten Hag out 40. Now I feel like it's 60-40, in that people are like Eric Ten Hag out 60 and 40% are saying Eric Ten Hag in. What do you guys think? For me, this is my stance. Okay. I feel like with regards to the games where we throw away leads and end up drawing or losing, there's two things. There's sometimes the concentration of players. You can't tell me that professional footballers are failing to close off the game in 75 minutes when Eric Ten Hag substitutes Garnacho and substitutes Mino. He's putting in professional older players. You don't expect them to throw out a game. In that case, guys, do we really blame Eric Ten Hag or we blame the players? Because at that point, you're wondering, are the players really serious? Like, listen, for me, I know the Coventry game, people are saying Eric Ten Hag out, this and this and that. And I was like, you know what? I honestly don't blame Eric Ten Hag. I said the players are just not serious. That's it for me. But there are days when obviously Eric Ten Hag would remove Garnacho, who's our only outlet, and maybe leave on Anthony or Marcus Rashford, and they're not making as much runs as Garnacho. Then I'm like, Eric Ten Hag, what's this? What's this that's happening? So listen, there are games where you blame Eric Ten Hag and there are games where you blame the players. And that's why it's so hard for you to choose a side. Is it the players? Is it Eric Ten Hag? Because we have always chosen the players and we always seem to lose. And for the first time, I honestly believe Manchester United fans want to choose the coach and see if it will be different. And I'm that fan, okay? I want Eric Ten Hag to stay for one more season. Like, I want to see what's going to happen. Listen, he showed us what he could do last season. This one has been a rough and bumpy season, so I want to see what he can do in new leadership and a structured leadership with better players. That's what I want to see. So for me, I'm still Eric Ten Hag in. Like, yeah, I know it's ridiculous. I know people are going to be like, really, Priscilla? But yeah, I'm still Eric Ten Hag in. And listen, for me, I love the fact that he's always willing to bring in the younger players. We saw the 18-year-old with his debut. It was actually good to see. He's always willing to bring in new players, and develop the academy players, which is good. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, for me, I am still Eric Ten Hag in. So yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. Do comment down in the comment section your thoughts on the game, and are you guys Eric Ten Hag in or are you Eric Ten Hag out? I would love to read all your comments. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying when I left. I really do appreciate you. We are on a road to 400 subscribers, so don't forget to like, and share this video to as many people as you can. Make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe. So yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. And by the way, apologies for the lighting. I know it's horrible. Like, it's just showing my face in clear like day, like everything. You can see the pimples, the scars. Like, oh my gosh, it's bad. So yeah, ignore that, ignore everything. So yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and do turn your notifications on, ladies and gentlemen, to know when next I post a video. Bye.